Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today we're supposed to start this paper that is 058021, and this paper is from October, November 20 and 21, a standard paper and Cambridge IGCSE. We're supposed to solve these questions. For example, here we have the question number 1, that is P is a prime number where 60 is less than P, not equals to, and P is less than 80. P is 2 less than the square number. Find the value of P. From this inequality, we're supposed to find a square number. Which one is 2 less than the P, and that is a prime number. As we know, the prime numbers are the numbers having two different factors, one in it itself. For example, if we're supposed to check the 3 is a prime number and it has two different factors, one in itself, which one is the 3. For example, 7 is a prime number. We have 1 and 3, two different factors. 1 in itself, for example, 1 and 7. And let's say we have 4 is not a prime number, that is have more than two factors, 1, 2 and 4. These type of the even numbers, like not the even numbers, all the even numbers, only 2 as a even number, that is also prime number. It has also two different factors, one in itself. Okay, here we're supposed to find the square number. Square numbers are the number, for example, 4 is a square number, square of a 2, like 9 is a square number, square of 3, 16 is a square number, square of 4. These type of the numbers are called the square numbers. In this question, we're supposed to find the square number, that is a square number which is 2 less than that number, and it is a prime, and the range is from 60 to greater than 60 and less than 80. If we're supposed to check the number, square number greater than like 60, and those are numbers are, for example, the 64, because it is the square of 8, and for example we have another is 9 square, that is 81, for example 81. And if we're supposed to subtract 2, it gives us 62, and here 2 for the P basically is 79. And in these two numbers, if we're supposed to check, the 62 is not a prime number because it has more than one factors. For example, it comes in the table of 1, then 2, then 31, and then the 62 itself. Okay, it is not a prime number. And if we're supposed to check for the 79 is a prime number, 1 and 79, these are the factors 1 in itself. And if we're supposed to put over here the 79, that is less than 80 and it fulfills the conditions, it means P is a 79. Okay, now we have another question. These are some the explanations. That's why questions were so easy, but we supposed to some basic concepts. I try to clear some basic concepts over here. Okay, question number 2, Hanks flies from Los Angeles to the Shanghai. The flight departs on a Friday at 22nd July at 21 and 40. We're supposed to check in the first part, the day is given, date is given, month is given, and the departure time is given. The flight takes 13 hours and 35 minutes, means the journey time, and the local time in Shanghai 15 hours ahead, it means plus 15. Okay, the local time, the Los Angeles. Find the day, date, and time in the Shanghai when flights arrive. We're supposed to find the arrival time with the day, date, and then the time, like the arrival time. We're supposed to check the departure time, that is 21 and 40, means 21 and 40 minutes. Then the journey time, that is 13 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, then we're supposed to check for the time difference, which one is 15 hours ahead. We're supposed to 15 hours only, not the minutes. Okay, now when journey time is also supposed to add, then similarly with the 15 hours that is ahead, the time difference between the two countries, we're supposed to add them. Okay, it gives us 75 minutes because these are the hours and these are the minutes. 75 minutes means we have 1 hour and 15 minutes, because when we're supposed to subtract 60, why 60? Because in the 1 hour 16 minutes, when we're supposed to add in the hours, it gives us like 8, 9, 10 and 4, 5, 50 hours and 15 minutes. The total time is, for example, here we have 50 hours and 15 minutes, like 15 minutes. As we know, there are 50 and 15 minutes doesn't make any sense. Okay, it means with the 24 hours we have one day, and then for another 24 hours we have another second day, for example here another day. And if we suppose to, these are the basically the hours, for example the days. Okay, it means the 2 days 48 hours. If we supposed to subtract, then it is basically is 0, 2 and 15. It means arrival time is 2, 15. Okay, and here we have the 2 days basically. After 2 days, the day from Friday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, after 2 days and Friday is it be the Sunday, and the date from 22nd July to after 2 days it's 24th July. This was the question basically. It was a very tricky question. If we're supposed to check it with the little concentration, it will be easy. Okay, the time ahead we're supposed to add the time difference, the journey time is supposed to add with the departure time to find the arrival time. Its arrival time is 2 and 15 after 2 days, after 50 hours and 15 minutes basically. After 50 hours and 15 minutes it arrives, and after 50 hours and 15 minutes the time will be on Sunday 24th July after 2 days, and then the arrival time is very long drive like the journey. Okay, now the cost of the flight is $920. The exchange rate is $1 is 6.87 Chinese yuan. Find the cost of the flight in yuan. We're supposed to change the dollars into yuan. As we know, the $1 is equal to 6.87 Chinese yuan, which is given over there, and $920 we're supposed to multiply to change the currency in yuans, which gives us, for example, if I supposed to multiply with help of a calculator, for example, we have 920 multiplied by 6.87, for example, 6.87, it gives us 6,320.4 320.4 yuans, 6,320.4 yuans. This is basically is the answer. The 1 mark question was there. Okay, here we have another question. Calculate with, basically we're supposed to with the help of a calculator, the 1 mark question over here, simply you're supposed to put the value of the scientific calculator to get the answer. But here if we're supposed to solve it, it gives us for example 4.87 minus 2.7, it gives us 2.17, and here we have negative 0.2 plus, if we're supposed to take the cube root of 0.729, it gives us 0.9, and when we're supposed to further solve it, it is 2.17, and when we're supposed to subtract 0.2 from 0.9, it gives us 0.7, and if we're supposed to divide it, 7 3s are 1s are, it gives us 3.1. This is the answer for the 1 mark. You can easily solve with the help of a calculator, scientific calculator. Simply put the values. Another question over here we have like the number of the items that each 22 people buy in the September shown in the stem and leaf diagrams. The number of items that each 22 people, number of people are given by in supermarket, some shopping over there, stem and leaf diagrams, one, and then all this is basically the stem on the left hand side and the leaves on the right hand side. Okay. You're supposed to focus on the key, you're supposed to check the key. Key is 1/1 represents 11 items. For example, it is 11, 13, 16 and 16, 20, 22, so on. We're supposed to find the mod. Mod is basically the most repeated number. Most repeated number. Okay. This is the mod. If we're supposed to check the mod, that is, okay, if we're supposed to check the mod, that is the most repeated number is the 22, 22, 22, and then this is the most repeated number. Then it means we have the mod is 22. Sometimes the students write only the 2. This is not the way. Proper way you're supposed to keep in mind the like key and then the 22. Okay, the 3 times is the most repeated number over there. After that, we're supposed to find the median. Median is basically is the middle number. We have the middle number, for example. Okay, here we have the total, the 22. It means the number in the position like 11th and then the 12th position number. That is basically is like the median. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It means 31 is one number. For example, 31, and from the top or the like right hand side, the left hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th and 12th position numbers are, one is 29 and the other one is 31, and we're supposed to find the mean of these two numbers, which is 60. 60 by 2, it gives us 30. Okay, the median of this number is 30. The 1 mark question over there, we're supposed to write here the 30 in the answer space. Question number 5 over here, we have question number 5, that is the table shows the relative frequency of the games won by a football team. The number of games lost is twice. It means 2 times. Twice multiplied by 2. 2 times the number of games drawn. It means if we lost ratio drawn, it means it is 2:1. Okay. Complete the table. We're supposed to complete the table. In the table completion, basically we're supposed to write over here, that is in 1. If we're supposed to subtract 1 minus 0.1, it gives us 0.9. And 0.9 means we're supposed to find the value of the lost and then the drawn. Okay, if the sum of the ratio, we're supposed to make it the sum of the ratio 2 plus 1 equals to 3. It means for the lost, we have 2 by 3 times 0.9. That is basically 0.3. It is 0.6. It is basically 0.6. Okay, the other one, when we're supposed to subtract 0.6 from 0.9, it is 0.3. This is basically a 3 mark question. Like we're supposed to 1, the ratio for the drawn is 1 by 3 times 0.9. It gives us 0.3. You can solve it like this, and you can fulfill the table over here. Some logics are there, not the tough question. Okay, here in the scale, the drawing shows the position of the 2 towns P and Q. The scale is 1 centimeter to represent 4 kilometer. we're supposed to find here, okay, find the actual distance between the P and Q. To find the actual distance, we're supposed to measure it with the scale, and for example, we're supposed to use the scale, and then we're supposed to multiply with okay, for example, here in my scale it shows like around about 8. Okay, the line is, for example, it's 8. Then 1 centimeter represent 4. Then we, for example, 8 centimeter, it's basically is 4 times 8, it's 32 kilometer. According to my calculations over here, sometimes it is basically is like zoom or figures, different figures. You can use your own scale to find it. Okay, then we have, okay, the X, the C part over here. Okay, sorry, the B part, that is we have okay, the B parts over here, measure the bearing of the towns from Q to town P. We're supposed to find the bearing over here. We're supposed to check the bearing. Bearing is also from P to Q. For example, we're supposed to find the angle like okay, for example, this is 65. If we're supposed to check, this angle represents the 65. Okay, the bearing, as we're supposed to write the bearing, that is supposed to write in the 3 digits. That's why we're supposed to write the bearing in 0, 6, 5. 0 and 6, 5 degrees. The town X is 8 kilometer from the town P on a bearing of 140 degree. On the scale drawing, mark the position vector of X. We're supposed to mark the position vector of X over here. Okay, the 28 kilometers mean the actual basically is, it's for example, 1 centimeter represents the 4 kilometer, and then the 28 kilometer represents 7 centimeter. Okay, then we're supposed to draw an angle of 140 degree. For example, I'm supposed to draw here angle that is 140 degree, and then you're supposed to open the compass of the 7 centimeter and mark an arc from this point. Okay, maybe it's a little bit, for example, if I'm supposed to mark an arc, for example, here, and then you're supposed to extend this line. For example, you're supposed to extend this line like for example with this one. Okay, you're supposed to with the scale and mark here the point is X. Okay, then we have, for example, okay, another question over here we're supposed to solve. Sorry, supposed to this one. Okay, another angle the question over here we're supposed to solve like 1 whole 5 by 6 plus 2 by 5. Show all your working, giving your answer in the mixed number and its simplest form. Mixed number and its simplest form we're supposed to write the answer. Okay, we have the question that is 1 whole 5 by 6 plus 2 by 5, and if we're supposed to change the mixed number to improper fraction, it gives us 11 by 6 plus 2 by 5, and we're supposed to make the denominator same, and it gives us 55 plus 12 by 6 5s are is 30. It gives us 67 by 30. It gives us 2 whole 7 by 30, because when we're supposed to 67 by 30 divide 2s are is 60, then remainder 7. Okay, then you're supposed to write the answer on the answer space. You can easily, which one is 2 whole 7 by 30. This is the mixed number answer which is stated over there. Okay, solve the equation, simultaneous equations. You must show all you are working. This is equation 1. We have equation 2. Okay, for the elimination method we're supposed to solve it. Equation 1 we're supposed to multiply by 2 to make both coefficients same of the equation 1 and equation 2, because we have the equation 2 the 4y, and here we have a negative 2, and this is the multiple, 4 is the multiple of 2 as well. When we're supposed to equation 1 multiply by 2, for example, you're supposed to write over equation 1 multiply by 2, it gives us 8x minus 4y equals to minus 26, and we have negative 3x plus 4y equals to 11. And when we're supposed to solve it, add them, it is 8x minus 3x gives us 5x, and minus 4 plus 4 is gone, and minus 26 plus 11 gives us minus 15. Then x equals to minus 15 by like 5, then x equals to minus 3. Now we're supposed to find y. Put equation, x, put x equals to minus 3 in equation 1, for example. In equation 1, now we have equation 1, that is 4 times, substitute the value of x, minus 2y equals to 13. Now we have minus 12 minus 2y equals to 13. We have minus 2y equals to, sorry, this is minus 13, okay, minus 13 plus 12, we have minus 2y equals to minus 1. After that we have 2y equals to 1 and y equals to 1 by 2. Now we have x is minus 3 and 0.5. Okay, now we have another question, that is question number 9. Calculate the value of x. We have the right angle triangle over here, and we're supposed to use the trigonometrical ratios. For example, we have adjacent and then the hypotenuse, and when the adjacent and hypotenuse is given, we're supposed to use the ratios. Cos, it is basically is cos x equals to, okay, then adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we have like x equals to cos inverse of 7 by 12. Okay, now we're supposed to find the cos inverse, for example, with the help of a calculator. 7 divided by 12, then we have cos inverse, it gives us 54.3. the 50x is to 54.3. this is value of x. 2 mark question over there. Okay, then we have the regular polygons has an interior angle of 174 degrees. Find the number of sides of this polygon. A regular polygon has an interior angle. This one interior angle. This formula is n minus 2 into 180, the sum of interior angle, and when we are supposed to divide it by n, it becomes 1 interior side of n exterior angle, and we have 174 an exterior angle. When we are supposed to solve it, it gives us 180 n minus 360 equals to 174, and we have more than one method to solve this question. 180 n like terms together, n equals to 360. Now we have 6n, 360, n is to 360 by 6, and then we have n is to 60 degree. Okay, we have 60 degree angle over here. Sorry, 60 sides, not the 60 degree. Number of sides of this regular polygon is 60. Okay. The line L has an equation y is to 4 minus 5x. Find the equation of a line perpendicular line and passes through the points 0 and 6. This is the perpendicular. When the lines we have the perpendicular there, gradient will be the multiplication of their gradient must be my -1. Okay, the gradient of this line, for example, that is -5. For example, we have m1 is -5. For the perpendicular, we have 1 by 5, the gradient. Now we have the formula, that is y minus y1 is to m, then x minus x1. We have y minus y1 we have here, that is 6, is to gradient we have 1 by 5, x we have x, and x1 we have 0. Now when we're supposed to solve it, y minus 6 is to 1 by 5x. No need to write 1 by 5. Zeros are is 1 by 5. Then we're supposed to write y is to 1 by 5x plus 6. This is equation of line. Okay. Now we have another question over here. Question number 12. Shai invests some money. By the end of the first year, the value of the investment decreased by 35%. By the end of the second year, the value of investment has increased the 40%, the value at the end of the first year. Okay. Find overall percentage change in the value of the investment. Okay. In the first year, basically decreased value, that is the starting value is like we have 35% means out of 100. It means we're supposed to write 100% minus 35%. At the end of the first year, he has 65%. Okay, and the 40% increase. This was basically the 35% decreased. Then increased basically is the 40% of the value, which one is at the end of the first year. At the end of the first year, now he has 65 basically. 65. Okay. Now we're supposed to find the 40% of the 65, which is when we're supposed to solve it. For example, 0 cancel with 0, 2 2s are, 2 5s are, 500, 5 13s are, and 13 times 2 gives us 26%. It means it is 26% increase. What is the new value? We're supposed to write over here. New value or new number basically is he has 65 plus 26, it has 91% at the end of the second year. Then we're supposed to find the percentage change. Percentage change is 100% minus 91%. It is basically he has 9%. The change in the value is 9%. Okay, now we have inequality questions. Solve. For example, here we're supposed to, with the help of the cross multiplication, 5 times 4 minus 3x greater than equals to 6 minus x, then open the brackets, 20 minus 15x greater than equals to 6 minus x. Now we're supposed to solve for the, with x, like supposed to arrange the like terms together. We have 20 minus 6 greater than equals to, we have minus x plus 15x. Now we have 14 greater than equals to 14x. For the x we have 14 by 14 greater than x, and after that we have 1 is greater than equals to x, or in the answer space we're supposed to write here x is less than equals to 1 or 1 is greater than equals to x. Both are the same. Okay, the question number 14 over here we have y is inversely proportional to the square root, like this one, square root of x minus 2 when x is 4.25 and y is, here we have y is 12. Find x when y is 3. Okay, y is inversely proportional. For example, the k is a constant. We're supposed to write x minus 2 the under root. By putting the value over here, we have y is 12 is to k by we have 4.25 minus 2 the square root. After that we have 12 is to k by 2.25 the square root, because we're supposed to subtract, then 2 we have k over 1.5, because the square root of 2.25 is 1.5. By the cross multiplication we have 12 times 1.5, it means the k is we have 18. We're supposed to find the x when y is to 3. Put the values we have. Y is 3 is equals to k is 18, and over x minus 2 the square root. Okay, now the 3 1s are 3 6s are. After that we have basically 6 is equals to x minus 2 the square root. By taking square on both sides to eliminate the square root, we have right now 36 equals to x minus 2, and then 36 plus 2 equals to x, and 38 equals to x equals to 38. Very simple question, but just suppose not forget to put the square root over here. After that we have, okay, the question number 15. The diagram shows the three shapes are mathematically similar. Three shapes, 1, 2, and then the 3. Okay, similar. Heights of the shapes are in the ratio small, medium, and large. Find the ratio of the shaded area, the total unshaded area. Okay, give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, for example, we have the ratio with the small, for example, small, medium, and then the large. We have, for example, find the area is medium is 5 squared, and then the large we have 8 squared. The area of the small is 1, area of medium is 25, area of the large is 64. Now if we're supposed to check the medium, okay, the shaded basically one is, the small is basically inside the medium. If we're supposed to subtract medium, small from the medium, it gives us like 25 minus 1, it is 24. 24 medium, and the large is if we're supposed to subtract all the area, this one is medium from the large, or total which we get the large area, which one is the 40. Now we're supposed to find, this is the unshaded, medium, that is basically shaded. We're supposed to write over here the shaded, and then here we have this one is unshaded. Okay, now we're supposed to find the ratio from the shaded, ratio unshaded. Then we have, for example, the shaded is we have here 24, and unshaded here we have 40. And when we supposed with the table of 8, simplify it, 8 3s are and 8 5s are. This is basically our answer. Like we're supposed to write 3, and then here we're supposed to write here the 5. Find the nth term. Nth term, we have the more than one method to solve this question. Sometimes the students with the attempts, like if we're supposed to have n cube and plus 7, it fulfill all the conditions. Otherwise we're supposed to find with the common differences. Okay, and 3 plus 7. Okay, now this question we're supposed to, on the numerator, for example 2 3 4 5, we have formula that is, for example, a plus n minus 1 into d, and a here we have, this one is 2 plus n minus 1, and the difference is, for example, 2 and 3 is 1. When we're supposed to open the brackets, it's n minus 1, we have n plus 1 in the numerator, and for the denominator, if we're supposed to check, it's multiple of 4, and it is common ratio. Okay, the geometrical basically geometric sequence, then we have, this was the arithmetic, and like we have the geometric, the common ratio a r n minus 1. A here we have 1, r we have common ratio that is 4, and n minus 1. It means we have 4 n minus 1, and when we're supposed to put on the numerator denominator, we have the numerator is sequence n minus 1, or the denominator we have 4 n plus 1, and the denominator 4 to the power n minus 1. Okay, after that here we have another question, that is question number 17. Make x the subject of the formula cross multiplication. Y into 1 minus x equals to 3x minus 2. Y minus yx equals to 3x minus 2, like terms together, and we have 3x plus yx, then y plus 2, we have x as a common, then we have 3 plus y, and then we have y plus 2 by 3 plus y equals to x. Very simple question. Y plus 2 over 3 plus y, or y plus 3, the same. Okay, now question number 18. The diagram shows some land in the shape of a triangle ABC. The houses are built on this land. Each house required 400 meters square of land. Find the greatest number of houses that can be built on this land. Okay, we're supposed to find the area of the triangle, then we will check, okay, the number of houses. Area, that is 1 by 2 times we have 800 times 2300, the included side, and sine included angle, that is sine 30. Now we have 1 by 2 times okay, for example, we're supposed to solve it. 1 by 800 divided by 2 is 400 times 2300 times sine 30 is 0.5. Again we have 200 times 2300, and we're supposed to find the area. Then 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, and 1 2 3 4. Then we're supposed to find the number of houses. We're supposed to divide per house with a total 4 6. Okay, then divided by 400. When we're supposed to divide it, it gives us like supposed to divide with the help of a calculator, that is 46, like 460,000 divided by 400, and it is basically, it gives us 1150 houses. 3 more questions. You're supposed to write the answer in the answer space, and 50 houses. Very simple. You're supposed to find the total area, and then we're supposed to divide it by the each house required area to find the number of houses. Okay, after that we have the single fractions. We're supposed to solve it. For example, I'm supposed to solve from here. 2 over x plus 3 minus x minus 2 over 7, the same like LCM is x plus 3. After that we have 2 times 7, put the square bracket, then we have, sorry, is x plus 2. Okay, x plus 2, and then we have x plus 3, and we have 14 minus, then we have x square plus 3x plus 2x and plus 6. Open the bracket, is supposed to multiply. Okay, x times x, then x times 3, then 2 times x, and then 2 times 3. Over we have 7, then x plus 3. Okay, after that we have solve inside the bracket. We have like x square plus 5x plus 6, and we have here x plus 3. That gives us 14 minus x square minus 5x minus 6 by 7 times x plus 3. We're supposed to solve it. The like terms we have like minus x square minus 5x and plus 8. 7 times x plus 3. Okay, you can write the answer in your own ways, like it's okay. We have another question, that is the question number 20. We're supposed to solve 3 times 2 plus cos x equals to 5, and these values are, for example, from 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, we have like 2, then sorry, we have 3 bracket 2 plus cos x equals to 5. Then we have 2 plus cos x equals to 5 by 3. Then 2 plus cos x equals to 5 by 3, sorry, minus 2, for example. Okay, now we have cos x equals to, like, multiply by 3, we have 5 minus 6 by 3, and we have cos x equals to negative 1 by 3, and we have x equals to cos inverse of negative 0.333, like it is basically is non-terminating. We're supposed to find the cos inverse, that is minus 0. For example 333. Okay, it's we have shift cos inverse. Okay, I think so, we did some mistake. Minus 0. For example 3, shift cos inverse 70.4. Okay, minus 1 by 3. Okay, let's check. For example, again without calculator, I think so, some calculator we have here. Minus 1 divided by 3, shift cos inverse 109.5. okay, because not we're supposed to, like, x is to cos inverse of 1 by negative 1 by 3. Direct values 100, and it was 109.5. 109.5. Okay, because these values are greater than less than equal to 60, then other value we have other value 360 minus 109.5, then it is basically 250.5. This is another value. These two values are for the x. Okay, we have here another question, that is the mensuration topic. The diagram shows the pyramid AB, like A, B, C, D. This is the squared, the side 5 centimeter. Okay, the vertex E, the vertical center O, the base, the height OE, the pyramid is 9 centimeter. This one is the 9 centimeter, the perpendicular height. Okay, then what we're supposed to do over here? Calculate the angle EC mixed with the ABCD. We're supposed to find the angle. This one, for example, we're supposed to find angle. This one is makes EC. We have this triangle, the right angle triangle, and in the square the diagonal make here the 90 degree, or otherwise we have here the perpendicular height, which is written over here in the given. Then we're supposed to find, for example, AC, like this is the squared, the 90 degrees angle over here equals to 5 squared plus 5 squared, the square root. We have AC, that is we have 50 squared. Then AC we have 7.07 or 7.1. Then we OC, find the OC. OC is a half of AC. Then 7.1 divided by 2, which gives us 3.55. Now we're supposed to find this angle, and the 90 degree over here, and we have adjacent and then the opposite, the tan theta. The tan theta is adjacent over we have opposite, that is 9. Then we're supposed to find the theta equals to tan inverse of 3.55 by 9, and if we're supposed to find the tan inverse, for example, okay, just with the help of calculator, we have 3.55 divided by 9, and we supposed to find shift or second function, the tan inverse. Okay, think so. This is we supposed to wrong values. I'm so sorry. That's a very long paper, I think so. That is tan is basically we have the adjacent to our opposite over adjacent. Okay, then the tan theta opposite we have 9 by 3.55, then theta equals to tan inverse of 9 by 3.55. okay, now we're supposed to take the values of x, for the tan inverse 9 divided by 3.55. okay, then we're supposed to take the tan inverse of the answer. It gives us 68.5. you know, the theta equals to 68.5 degrees. Okay, the 4-mark question was there. You're supposed to write the answer in the answer space as well. Okay, we have the question over here from the indices. We have, when the bases are same, we're supposed to add, subtract in division, and multiplication we're supposed to add the exponents. Here we have, for example, x, then 2 by 3 minus 8 by 3. Then we have, for example, x power minus 6 by 3. We have x power minus 2. Then we're supposed to write x power 2. Okay, here we're supposed to write 2 equals to 4 power 3k. When the bases are same, we're supposed to have the exponents are equal, then 2 by 3 equals to k equals to 2 by 3. okay, then we have another question, we have 3 power 3x times 3 power minus 2, because 3 power 2 is 9, and then we're supposed to put upside numerator, then its value will be changed. Hope you got this point. Okay, in the multiplication, basically we have 3 power 3x times 3 power minus 8 power with multiply by power 6x 3. On multiplication, we're supposed to add up the exponents. 3x minus 8 plus 6 equals to 3 power 1. We can write over here. Now we have this is 6x. okay, now 3 power 9x minus 8 equals to 3 power 1. Bases are same, exponents are equal. 9x minus 8 equals to 1. Now we have 9x equals to 1 plus 8. Now we have 9x equals to 9. Then we have x equals to 9 by 9. And after that we have x equals to 1. You're supposed to write the answer in the answer space. This was the paper 2021 and paper 21 October, November. May Allah bless you. Best of luck for all your exams. Best of luck. May Allah bless you all. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much.